Good morning. How are you doing today? Today I am telling myself I feel amazing. I feel energized. I feel healthy. I feel balanced. I feel alive. Even though today I'm telling myself that. I watched a video recently by Earth Mama Medicine, and it was about manifestation. And one of the things I really liked that she said, a couple things she said, that the difference between manifestation and law of attraction is the law of attraction is something that you're drawing into yourself that's outside of you. Like you're being a magnet for things outside of you, versus with manifestation, you're actually reflecting things that are within you. So like the things that you're manifesting are the things that are flowing naturally within you that you're experiencing outside of yourself. So the other thing she said is that with that our thoughts and our thoughts and our feelings are really important because of the fact that they're drawing things in. So when the things that you're telling yourself are hugely important, right? So, and she addressed the fact that a lot of times it feels like you're lying to yourself. Like, oh, I feel great when today after I go for a little walk, because I've opted not to go to the gym just because of whatever is going on with me. I don't want anybody else to experience that. So if I have caught something that could be transferred, I'm keeping it away from equipment that somebody could touch and partake in whatever this is that is making me feel energized. But she was saying like that right there, okay, well, I'm lying to myself. Like I feel like crap right now, but I'm choosing to say that I'm feel energized and balanced and fabulous. So here's the thing, like when you have the option of feeling like you're lying to yourself, but she's made the comment that or maybe it's that you're changing your thought direction, you're changing what it is that you're thinking about, like your focus. Instead of focusing on the things that are over here that I don't like, I can focus on the things that I do like over here. And I just made a video about that regarding relationships in terms of our experiences, where we can focus on something that maybe didn't feel good, like in a past relationship, where it's like, oh, this person has this image, versus you can make that in that same moment, you could choose to focus on all the things that brought you joy around that person. Not saying you're going to invite them in if they're disruptive or they're toxic, but you can hold them in a space within you that is peaceful and loving. So that's a choice. You're not lying to yourself. You're making a decision on how you want to focus your attention on what you want to focus your attention on. So that being said, one of the things that has come to my attention in terms of my own self-awareness, and this is part of my relationship 101 part of the orgasmic couple and just orgasmic living, and thick thigh therapy. It's all the same. It's all just different little aspects of it. But one of the things that I really wanted to address, and something that has come up in my life as well as come up with a friend of mine, is dating. So we have children that are of the age of where they start having boyfriend and girlfriend, and that's something that starts in junior high. And as a grown older person who is out of secondary education or primary education, we know some of those relationships are very here and there. But the reality is, for them, they're very real. So the idea of a partner telling my child that I make them uncomfortable, or I don't like them, or they're scared of me, is what I call a telltale sign. especially in a scenario where you literally are not doing anything. You haven't had any conversation. You have not engaged in creating a relationship. Because here's the thing, and I think it's really important that we start being really honest with each other, and especially with our children, when it comes to relationship, about what it looks like to build a healthy relationship. So having somebody come and tell you that you're becoming intimate with or sharing this sacred space with, that someone in your personal space makes them uncomfortable or doesn't like them, or they're scared of them, that should be a red flag. And let me tell you why. If somebody from your outside of your world is coming in telling you that something inside your world doesn't jive with them, there's a couple things that are going on. One, they've either not taken the time to get to know the space that you're in within your world, or they could be using it as a manipulation to separate you from that which is your core. And I think that's really important. We talk about abuse, and abuse, like the whole predator will isolate their victims so they don't have anybody to talk to. So they'll remove the friends, they'll remove the family, and kind of pull their partner or their victim over here. Well, here's the thing. Victims are very manipulative too. So somebody who is who has a victim mentality, or they're used to being mistreated, can also do these same things. And they can also, in their insecurities, bring forth that same type of separation, where they're trying to create what they have going on within themselves in others. And so I think it's really important to look at what that means when somebody is sitting up and they are saying, I'm not comfortable with your family. Are they separating you from an important part of your life so that they have the ability to manipulate or control different things that are taking place around you? I think it's really important that those things are addressed, and that if somebody's doing something that is truly toxic, then yeah, you should definitely remove that, look at that and deal with that in your life. But if the person, I'll give you an example. A friend of mine has a child who is dating somebody who the person says the mom makes them uncomfortable, but the person has never sat down and had a conversation with the mom. The mom has invited them in their home. The mom has allowed them to be part of events that they have. The mom has had an open door policy, but the person feels insecure because of the fact that the person is not coming correctly and is doing some things that are unhealthy. And so it's more of a red flag of saying, like, hey, we need to look at why this person feels this way, and what is really being projected, and what is really being said here. Because the child is now starting to have animosity towards the parent who has not done anything. And I think it's really important, because it's like, it's a manipulation. It's a manipulation for this person to pull the child away from the parent so that they can have their own little community of themselves. But there's danger in that. There's danger in disconnecting, because we are not beings that are supposed to be independent of that which we're around. Now, again, if it's a toxic situation, that's another thing. But in a healthy situation, when somebody's asking you to detach from your source of love and your source of protection, you have to really look at why they're doing that, whether they have the victim mentality or the predator mentality. Those two things can be manipulative to move you away from what is safe. So I say that today because I think it's so important that we start really looking at why things are being said, and take the time to investigate. Does this person really love me? Are they really protecting me? Do they really have my back? Is this somebody I should move away, or is this somebody I should listen to because maybe they're helping me see warning signs of something that's to come? So that being said, take the time to tell yourself what you want to experience. Like, right now I feel great, and I'm going to go walking, and then I'm going to go to bed. All right, have a good one. Bye. It didn't turn off. Bye.